Hello and welcome to a delightful episode of Was That in Good Taste? Brought to you by me and also our other co-host.
Me.
My name's Chandler Phillips,
Just call me James.
and we got a real fun episode tonight. And it's gonna be cool, and it's gonna be rad, and
It's gonna be calm.
fuck, I forgot what it was.
It's not gonna be serious.
It's not gonna be serious.
It's gonna be
at all.
laid back.
It's gonna be just some chill guys in a cigar lounge playing some cards, making some bets. But it's all high stakes, but it's low stakes because we're just so cool.
Throwing it all away.
Knowing that sometimes the cost of fun just about bankrupt you. But that's how you know you're living.
Bet it all on red.
On red.
That's right. We're talking gambling. That's right. We're talking spending your money, losing your money, and you're never gonna win money, so don't do it.
Wow, that's a pretty we're talking about gambling, the place where dreams are made of. You could spend $1 and press your luck and then you end up $1 million. This is the lights, the glamour, everything that anything could be. Your dreams could be made in just a matter of minutes.
I can't believe it.
And
You're saying?
the only way you can win is if you play. You can't win if you don't play.
Wait a minute. You're saying that if I just take this one simple coin, I could be Elon Musk?
No. You could be better.
Damn.
You could fix Elon Musk.
Damn. We talked about lottery before. And
Yeah.
it's interesting because lottery, while gambling, and we touched on gambling briefly, and we mentioned we do an episode on gambling, and then remember you like, comment, and subscribe. You can have input and these things can happen. It's crazy because we didn't really talk about gambling as a whole.
No, we talked about it as like in the sense of the lottery and that the odds are significantly stacked against you. But when you talk about gambling on just like a day-to-day basis, you kind of get into wondering what makes a gamble versus just taking a risk.
Ooh, okay.
Because like you could take risks. Like I'm going to hit my snooze one more time and I'm going to gamble that I won't be late to work because of it. But where's the risk?
You know what?
And where's the reward?
You know what? The risk, I guess, is everything. And the reward is being the most fascist Elon Musk.
That's the reward?
That's the reward. That's the reward. Yeah, I
Are
could
we
bet
playing
everything.
Fucking Whose Line is it?
No, in my head now. I just
Oh,
saw
okay.
that. I just thought about it. That could be me.
Yeah, you just thought about it.
No, I saw it, but I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying, I'm just thinking, yeah, I could be bigger than Elon.
You could.
I could be the lefty version of an Elon, so I can control everything and I can buy everything and I can get mad with power, but you'll have healthcare.
Yeah. It's that easy. You just got to become a gamble guy.
What are we drinking? We don't have, normally at this point, we gab, we go back and forth. We remind you to like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have a cocktail. But today, we don't have a cocktail. Why is that, Chandler?
Because today's cocktail is a gamble.
Oh, shit.
Here we have 3 shots colored near identical, but have 3 different things in them.
They
One
look
of-
the same. Holy shit.
One of them's really good. One of them's really bad.
Uh-oh.
And one of them's just kind of in the middle. And well, I guess we don't really know like how to how to play. I don't know how to play craps or anything.
You don't
like
know how
that.
to play any games?
I don't really know how to play any games.
God, what is wrong with you? You don't have no idea how
Or-
to gamble?
Well, I know some things, but I figured like we'd do a little gamble where we like it's a 50-50 shot and like I don't really know how to conceptualize.
How conceptualize a gamble? That's easy. We have 3 things here, right?
How would you do
So
it?
let's go like this. It's best out of 3, right?
Best out of 3. And
Best out of 3. So if I say best out of 3 heads, right? Going right now. Bam. Tails. Heads.
wait.
Heads.
Are you kidding? Wait, there was obstruction.
That counts. That counts.
So that means what? Best of 3, you called heads, and so that means
Now you go if you lose.
so
then you
I'd
have
lose,
to pick
and
one.
I would have to pick one. And
right?
then what?
Or you could do like God, this guy doesn't even know how to make a gamble game. Okay, I want to bet something. All right, okay, I got you.
So
This is the gamble. This is the gamble. This is the game, right?
wait. I think I got it.
Okay.
You pick one of these.
Uh-oh.
You set it here, and then it's just one. It's just one. Heads, I win. Tails,
Okay.
tails.
This
You
guy
lose.
doesn't gamble. You could tell. You're
And
going.
then
You're
if-
going to Vegas too, huh? Okay.
I'm not
They're gonna
going
fucking
Vegas
get
for
you.
the gambling.
They're gonna get you. They're gonna
going-
take every cent that you have.
I know how to play blackjack.
I don't think so. Not the way you're doing it. Okay, we're gonna do it right now.
Well,
We're
you
gonna
don't play blackjack as like, okay, I flip the coin, and if it ever comes up as 21 cents, then it's blackjack. But if it's
What the fuck are you
but if
talking
it's
about?
but if you flip your coin and then it comes up and it's still 25 cents, then you lose.
Flipping your coin sounds like a keyword or something on Grindr.
But if you flip your coin and it's like, oh, this is 21 cents now,
21.
then it's blackjack. You win.
21. I don't know. Okay, we're doing it.
All right, so pick a shot.
Who's gonna go? Who's gonna pick first? I call tails.
Okay, so that means you pick first.
Okay.
Okay, so now you'd flip the coin,
What would I have to flip the coin for?
and I would say
Oh, so you guess?
I'd guess.
Oh,
if
okay,
it's
I got
gonna
you.
be head tails.
No, I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
You're the one who flipped it. What
No,
are you talking
no, I
about?
don't trust you. Close
I
your
have
eyes.
To call it in the air. What
No,
do you
no,
mean?
all right, call it in the air.
What do you mean?
All right.
Close my
All right,
eyes.
all right,
This
call
is
it
the
in the air.
part.
No, I'm be honest.
Are you-
I feel like you caught it. I felt like you called it when it hit my hand. Call it in the air.
Heads. All right, you got to drink it.
God, God damn. What the fuck?
You could either choose to tell me what it is.
Oh God, here's some rules.
No, this is just game strategy
Okay.
for you. You could choose to tell me what it is, or you could keep me guessing as to, because I know what I put in these, but I don't know which one of these is which.
No smelling them though.
Knows that you just got to
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah. And then I feel like our faces will determine what it is. Okay, this is spicy. Okay, I like this. This is good.
All right,
I like this. This
okay,
is
we
good.
got a game now.
Now we have a game. We just came up with a game. Listen, you can't win if you don't play. What do you win in this?
I win
good
watching
time.
you take a shot.
All right. Let's see if I can
This
keep a
kind of
stone
falls
face.
into like our drinking games episode, but like, well, you could win a really good shot of good whiskey. Oh shit, he's stone facing as fuck. Oh god.
Actually, that was fucking great. You know what that means?
oh shit.
That was amazing. Holy
Oh,
shit.
Oh,
That was elevated.
fuck.
That was great. That was amazing. I feel fucking special.
I guess it's my turn next, huh?
Well, all right. How about this? You picking that one? I'll call it in the air.
Ready?
Ready? Heads.
Tails.
Oh my god. Have you ever been to a casino?
Yeah, I've been to many casinos. I've been to many casinos many times.
What do you think about gambling culture as a whole? Like the
Oh.
feeling of like gambling in a place. I don't mean online, but like in a physical place where you're surrounded by people, where you're getting free drinks, where there's like Buffalo Wild Wings and there's warehouse shopping. Like, what do you feel about gambling?
Oh, it feels like, because what I think is that it's not too bad, but how it feels watching it, it's like, oh, this is kind of dehumanizing. Like the way I see people who get glued to video poker stuff or like video slots, because like I get the, like, you pull the crank, the wheels run, you think like, oh, it's gonna like there's some mechanism that like once in a blue moon, you're like, a broke clock strike is right twice a day, and you can feel that way about like about a
is kinda
mechanical, but with the video one specifically, I'm like, how do you think this is designed to help or to like none of the operators along this line want you to win.
What's sadder? I feel so bad.
This game system is strategically designed to have you lose as many times as possible while still staying somewhat interested that you might win.
I'm not even joking. What is sadder than being the person who has the hotel room that's discounted because you stay there so much, right? To save you from the little bit of a drive. You know, how does it feel to be the person to be first at the casino so that you could walk around and touch the machines, so you could watch a few people play and figure out which machines are closer to hitting it? More how desperate it is to go and get your quarters and you know the lady's name. She says your name, you know, she says 50. She already knows your amount. She has it set there for you. You go.
To be those aren't even like casinos. Those are just like those aren't even Vegas casinos. Those would be like,
That's not Atlantic City. It's like that.
it's like that in Sacramento.
Yeah, it's like that in Atlantic City. It's pretty fucking sad.
You can't play craps in California though.
Oh,
There's like, I think there's certain rules where it's like dice games, and I think in certain areas you can do what's it called? You can do cards or like blackjack,
like certain card games.
certain card games. But roulette's another one that's a hard one to get past. But roulette again is one of those where it's like there's a finite amount of things.
Yeah.
Like there are only 38 things on the wheel. If you put your thing on one of the numbers, there is at least a concrete like 1 in 38 chance.
I mean, you can standardize things like blackjack and stuff like that. But then I'm gonna be honest. This is, oh my God, I'm about to sound so fucking woke. But think about the amount of waste. I know they sell the pack sometimes. You know what I mean? But they open a pack of cards once. It gets used once. And then it either goes away, or you can buy them in like the discount stores. You'll see them. It'll say casino played, and it'll have a sticker on it. Because you cannot reuse the cards that many times. Because
wait, what do you mean that many times? Oh, because they have to.
Because they get wear and stuff.
You have to keep a uniform.
Yes. So whenever you do card games, they take the cards. They literally will open the pack. You know, they'll put it in the thing, or however the standard of the casino is. Maybe it's in a preloader or something like that.
Yeah, usually there's a preloader.
But they literally take them and they resell them at a discount store. But you know how many of those get wasted? I feel like, I'm not joking, there's so much waste. And then on top of that, because it's cards, it's like up in the air. And I feel like you just count cards. And if you can count cards, you can win. And they don't want you to win. I can go fucking on forever.
Well, there's like a fine line between counting cards and just kind of having a general idea of what your probability is. Because like if you look at the table and you're like, okay, there's already 4 face cards showing, then I can assume that there are not going to be and then extrapolate onward. So
I'm trying to figure out what this is you selected and what that is. And what I would like to say is, if I flip a coin and I call it right, can I steal this from you?
Can you steal it as in like...
Because you picked it already.
I picked it. Yeah, you're right. But, I mean, you lost the coin toss.
Yeah,
So
but there's one left. You picked that one. Oh, do you put it back?
I put it back.
Okay. I want it now. Heads. I did it backwards. You're supposed to call it. I forgot. What the fuck? Call it in the air.
All right. Heads.
Are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with me right now?
And that's the beautiful thing about gambling, is that it really is just a thing of luck. And when you can analyze the odds, probabilities, and whatnots, then
This seems unfair. Something about this feels rigged.
does it feel like maybe the house always wins?
It definitely
in some
feels
kind of
like
way?
statistically, I am at a disadvantage, but I will cop to it, entertain the people.
I do think it's interesting to see how prevalent sports betting is like sports betting has taken off so much in the past couple of years, and I know it's because there's been like legislation that has made it easier to get around sports betting laws.
What's so funny? What's so funny?
Nothing.
But I'm in a good mood. I'm having a good time.
I think I saw a blood vessel strain
No,
your eye.
No, I'm good, man. It's me and Klaus, me and the boys. No, yeah, it's so crazy. Like, so one, like in New York, for example, they're opening a casino in Queens. You know what I mean? Like, they've been peeling back, not even online yet. We're still talking about physical casinos. Physical gambling enterprise has started to get its roots into big cities all over the country due to lobbying. Okay, ooh, exciting, funny, humorous. But, you know, they're spending the big mud. They're spending the big bucks,
Yeah.
you know, to lobby in these states. And these states want the revenue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The casinos make so much money that they're like, no, don't tax us 20%. Ah, you know what I mean? And they still make a fuck ton of money, you know, and then the state gets their little bit of cut, you know. But I think it's bad. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
I don't in practice, I don't mind gambling when it's like at tables, because I think one of the important things that makes gambling fun, for me at least, is it is a social activity.
Mm-hmm.
And like when if and when, I don't usually go to casinos or do much gambling, betting in general, but when I do, I hang out at a cheap blackjack, like a $5 blackjack table, because that's a familiar game. And, you know, you have a couple hot hands, you have a couple low hands, you make friends with the people around you, you buy a beer, you have a good time. It's a sociable event, and it's playing a game. And I think if that's the thing about like slot machines and stuff, those games don't look fun. They look flashy. And when I see people who just are kind of like mindlessly playing those games, you can see like that little, like they're in a dopamine feedback cycle.
But isn't that all gambling? Like, I see you have a note here that I'm thinking about a lot, which is, when is it taking a chance versus gambling?
Take a chance on me.
They always say, like, take a chance on yourself.
Take a chance.
You know, and that in a way could be a gamble. There's something at risk.
Like, take a chance on that bodega sushi.
But I think that's different than, you know, one of the big issues people talk about their phones. They serve you, they manipulate you, they serve you ads, blah, 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 blah. You know, the casinos do the same. It's capitalism, right? So, like, that's not even taking a chance.
Take a chance.
You're not really taking a chance when you go to the casino. The casino's winning.
Yeah.
There is no chance you're taking. The only chance you're taking, I guess, is if, you know, you're the person that they allow to make money because that's part of their business plan.
But I also like an arcade.
Yeah, but it's not an arcade.
If it was more
An arcade is taking a chance.
Taking a chance. Dave and Buster's kind of had to hit the nail on the head. Like, Dave and Buster's, although it's like, oh, it's an adult Chuck E. Cheese, fucking Chuck E. Cheese was fun.
Absolutely.
Fucking,
It's expensive as shit, though.
yeah, but you're gonna tell me, like, if there's a fucking like one of the free throw basketball games, and then next to it there's like a beer pong, same.
Oh, you mean like how on Super Bowl Sunday we were in the fucking Dave and Buster's and they were like, "This is a DDR machine," and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like 10 minutes ago, we were just talking about how it's too expensive. It's like $5 for a card, and it's like you gotta spend like $35 on coins or whatever, and you know. And then we do it.
Jesus.
And then he's like, then we're not going to do it. And then you hear DDR. And it's like, okay,
All right.
well, there's a DDR machine.
Then you gotta do.
You know, then you got to do it. Then it's like, okay, then like you play a few games, you're either tired or like you've played too much, or you're playing so long, your girlfriend's just standing there, no longer interested because you've been doing such a good job for so long.
But you're on fire.
You know, so then you go play like the Jurassic World game. Or like, you know, like there's some.
Well, and then you got to have like a refractory period game. That's like one of the like the bee catching ones.
Ooh,
Yeah, or like where it's got like the little net, and then you got to just kind of like scoop the bees, and you're like, okay, I can scoop the bees. I can scoop the. What do you mean? I need 100 bees for 5 tickets? This costs $5 just to play this game. Just scoop the bees.
Only
Just
problem I have
scoop
with
the bees,
arcades,
Scoop the bees.
they don't have like fair games. Like this is not a games episode, but they're also gambling 100%, right?
Oh,
Because
like Midway games?
you're giving them $10, and then you're
Get a
engaging-
newspaper-filled fucking stuffed animal.
you get the one where it's the fish and you have the magnet,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
have to get but somehow, even though it's easy, it just doesn't work. You just
It is
can't do it.
wild when you see them and they're just like, yeah, it's this, doop, 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 chip, and then you're like, yeah, I can keep an eye on exactly the right one I want, right?
Yeah, you think so? The one with the air, you pop the balloon and it just shoots the air, and you're like, oh, I can do that. Yeah. You can't. You can't do that, and they know you can't do that. So when is that different? Is that even gambling?
I did. There was one time I was doing the balloon one with the darts, and they, of course, like they give you 3 darts, and one of them's gonna be dull.
Oh yeah.
Like real dull. But so like I cocked back and really fucking let that motherfucker go. And I managed to get it, and it just kind of it stuck into the wall. It pinched one of the balloons,
Oh wow.
but and then it was doing like a
That's crazy.
like it didn't pop, but it they didn't give it to me. They were like, "No, it's got to pop." And I said, "I'll see
that's
you in
nonsense.
I'll see you in hell."
That's nonsense, right? I don't believe that.
That's-
I'm gonna be real. That is why it is not a gamble. And you know what's different also? Because I think that like the dunk tank, that's taking a chance. That's
But-
not really gambling because there's no way you can win.
The
at
dunk
all.
tank?
Yeah. The dunk tank is not a game to win. That's literally a game of skill.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's actually a game
Well,
of skill.
You can
What are
get-
you gambling? You're not gambling anything. You have to
It's
be
just,
able to
can
throw
you
good.
throw hard enough in this direction.
Yeah, that's not gambling.
Well, what about the one where it's like there's a 30-foot hoop and you gotta shoot the ball, but the hoop's bent, but the ball is also overinflated, but there is a perfect way that if you just ding ding.
Yeah. That's garbage. I know that. But the problem is, I don't even think those are gambling. You know why? Because I think the premise in gambling is that you can win something. You don't win anything in those games. All you win is something that
but-
you're paying for it. If you, now you paid for it and they made you work for it.
No, they didn't make you work for it. You played a game. Did you have fun playing the game?
What
Or-
was the last time you had fun playing a? Yeah. You're like, yeah, hun, I want to get you that gigantic Tigger doll, and you're like, let me do the thing with the darts.
I mean-
and then you're throwing the darts.
Have you? Have you ever?
I've done that, but guess what?
Have you ever won your sweetie
First try.
and didn't it feel fucking great?
I'll be honest, first try. Oh, I literally felt like in my whole life.
You win your sweetie a stuffed animal at a Midway, and you feel like you can, punch Jack Nicholson.
I don't know. Maybe if she would see me struggle a little bit, she wouldn't have cheated on me.
I don't know. Maybe she. I don't. Actually, I don't know. I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
no
yeah.
comeback for
Yeah,
that
put
one.
that on. Put the
Ma-
brakes on that, buddy.
Did you keep winning her stuffed animals at the Midway?
Yeah. I'm not a loser. There was one I couldn't win though.
No, but like in instance, was it like?
It was like teddy bears and stuff.
Was
Things
it
like
the
that.
one time?
Mostly it was like one or two.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at games, and most of those games literally, like they can't really. We live in this is a big city. Hilariously, if you go to Coney Island, even back then, the games are regulated. They don't fuck up the game so much you can't win. They just made the games expensive.
Well, yeah, because otherwise, then they just get trashy looking prizes. They
Yeah.
got to keep their prizes on a rotation
The
too.
prizes look really good there, and they were just expensive as shit. So effectively, the games weren't trying to cheat you that hard. If you played it a few times, you'd be able to win
You'd win a thing.
if you tried hard enough. If you went to all the things and you played a bunch
But
of them.
you can't tell me too that that's like, oh, it's the same as just buying the thing, but they make you work for it.
It kind of
fun.
feels like
It's
it.
fun.
I would be honest, those were fun. Imagine if for the same money we played an arcade game and then with the leftover money went and just bought you the thing. Okay, that's not even experience. I love playing. You know, I love
No,
going,
but what if
going
you
rides.
both played an arcade game together, won enough tickets to buy a thing
Yeah,
together?
but then 4 years later you die, and then I'm alone. So you know,
Did you just put a hex on me?
I was making a joke because that's what happened last time.
Oh, right.
No, I just think there's something.
Sorry, I was on a different wavelength than joking about your traumatic past. Sorry, you wove it in so,
that's so fun, yeah.
seamlessly.
You know, that's the skill. Fingernail emoji.
All right, call it in the air.
Tails.
It's
Come on.
heads.
What is that?
Well, it's still on the table. Oh, you want to take another shot so quick?
Heads.
It was my call.
Are you fucking kidding? No. Okay, it's your call. Call it.
All right.
I keep doing it wrong. Are you ready?
Yeah, heads.
I'm not doing it. No. Can I get a different coin? Do you have a different coin? I cannot. That feels tainted.
Wait, I said heads and it was tails, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Thank God. Thank God.
oh God.
Sports betting has been really getting. It's like, well, hey, airplane food, huh? Hey, so sports betting. So the guys at my job, we usually have an NFL like sports. What the fuck is it called again?
Fantasy league.
We had fantasy league, and this year they decided instead of $5 to make it $100. That's the reality of the world we fucking live in right now. Everyone is betting.
Everyone's betting right now.
Everybody, for some reason.
But never has it ever been so easy to bet with DraftKings.
Oh
with
my God.
DraftKings, you can.
Please God, this is not an ad for DraftKings. This is a call to action.
But it could be. If DraftKings, you wanted to get in touch, we could talk more about DraftKings.
F you. This is actually a Kick ad. We're just.
Are you really sure you want to be associated with Kick?
I mean, I don't want to be associated with anything, okay? But if there's anything that the far right has, it's money, okay? All the far right has is money, okay? Listen, if you need another black man to sit there and pretend like your stuff is good, I don't know. I don't think so.
Wait, do they have one already?
They have like two in the sense. Oh, that sounds bad. I do not mean it like that. I am sorry. I take that back. It sounds like I called them. That just feels like, it feels weird that I said that. It's just weird that the Republican Party only has like, like two black senators and they're both men, and they're always the ones that they put on Fox News to talk about how good stuff is.
I mean, could you imagine being a woman of color in politics and... Oh, wait.
Okay, yeah, but you know what?
Wait, there's
But you know me, well, my crazy leftist ideas, okay? Because, everybody's like, Jasmine Crockett. They're like, Jasmine Crockett. And I'm like, yeah, but she's still the devil, though. So I'm not the person. I'm not the person. I'm not the one. I'm not the one.
I actually kind of like sports betting. I think this year I want to get more into it. I know we've talked about this before. I kind of want to get into like betting on horses. I think that
Inhumane. Okay, gotcha.
I think it could be fun. I think it could be like adding a little edge, adding a little like.
Do you have the money to lose?
No, not at all. But how inhumane are horse races? Like, how bad is it?
It's kind of like kicking a kitten.
But they're running and they're bigger than a kitten.
Hey, listen.
Like, are you trying to get the kitten to go somewhere?
Is it ethical if you win money and then you can use that money to feed your family?
Well, I mean, is there any ethical consumption under capitalism? Am I right, folks?
That's the answer.
Um,
That's the answer.
Well, okay, like, I kind of I just want a niche betting. Like, betting on the regular sports just feels so broy.
So you love that FanDuel DraftKings shit.
No, I just want to have fun but be different.
It's like that. That stuff is like micro betting. It's almost like
I don't want to do like, oh, I want to hit my parlay. No, I want to know about some like Hungarian border collie sheep herding competition
I'm telling you, DraftKings.
They got that.
They have everything on there. It's crazy. This is not an ad. Do not use DraftKings. Please, God, do not bet your money. This is not an advertisement.
Can I bet
unless they pay me lots of money?
Can I bet on wrestling?
Yes, you can bet. Yes, not only can you bet with wrestling.
Can I bet on the Oscars?
Yes, you can bet on the Oscars. Not
What
only
kind-
can
what
first of
kind
all,
of prop bets can I do? Can I bet on like red carpet looks?
yes, you can bet. Yo, in wrestling,
feels like
you know how
kinda I
fucking
could have
fake
a
it is, but they have to have a person there now to make sure, because like if you're educated, so the bets obviously the value that you get, you know what I mean, like the spread, like you make way less money in wrestling across some categories.
I just lost this fucking quarter. I have no idea where it went.
How dare you?
What the fuck just happened?
Up his sleeve.
It was behind my ear the whole time.
So most of the bets for like wrestling and stuff aren't like, it's like you don't make any money, right? So it's so much so that like when WWE they advertise you can get like free bets because really the amount of money you can
How
make,
many bets can you get?
it's like 5 or something, like but like
Some
it's like
good free
you make no
bets.
money. You make no money on most of the stuff, but it's like for WrestleMania, for the main event, like who's gonna be in it? There's one for that, and that one,
Can I bet on like when people are gonna come out? Like
Yeah,
what-
you can bet on if people
So
are
I
going to interfere.
could-
You can bet on how long matches can go. But
like there's
obviously-
over unders on everything.
Yes, the only thing is some of them are not a lot of money, but the ones that like because people don't really care how long a match goes, but sometimes it'll be like this match is going over an hour, so then that one will blow up because Kenny Omega versus Kochika Okada. They're doing a whole story where they're trying to have a match under 10 minutes, but every time they've had a match in New Japan, it's been an hour. Maybe like unless there's passion behind it, those don't get a lot of movement, not a lot of money.
Right.
It's like penny bets, effectively, even though it can be more than that. You know what I mean? It's $50, $75, but mostly it's just garbage. It's just garbage. And you can bet on the Oscars, who's winning. You can bet on the way people fucking talk. It's garbage. And it's unregulated. It's like in Kirks and Caicos. Okay? Kick is owned by a company that does that. It's owned by, I don't know, is it FanDuel? It's owned by one of those motherfucking companies. And their base is in like Thailand, and it's like a shack. You know what I mean? It's
Which
like
is a
a
bunch of
tax haven.
servers?
No, it's just like a tax haven. It's like not even. It's like an empty shack. It's like a garage.
Oh.
It's like not a shack. Like it's Thailand. There's shacks. It's like it's
And
a,
it's
ni-
not
it's
a
a neighborhood.
shack like I'm Shaquille O'Neal.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Look at Google Maps. There's Shaquille O'Neal. It's like a nice neighborhood where there's like garages and stuff, and then there's like a broken down kind of old looking house. It's a shack, and that's where it's based out of.
Is it a love shack?
Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. It's like fucked up.
Welcome to the love.
It's unregulated. That they do, and you know what's crazy? I can go on forever because sports betting, that shit right there was started by Call of Duty, and
Call of Duty?
partially to blame. You have
How?
to blame like Steam and shit like that because effectively what happened is that you get those fucking special things in Call of Duty. I don't fucking play Call of Duty, but you get cosmetics, right? So you can trade them in Steam, and in Steam, those trade things have value. They have value. They have like actual value.
Yeah.
So because they have value, you can trade them for people, and you can
Wasn't it World of Warcraft doing that stuff
yeah,
too?
World of Warcraft, TF2. A lot of them do that.
RuneScape?
Most of the stuff you can't even
Look away.
RuneScape is the same. I'm looking over here because
You're looking at the monitor.
I can't. Oh, I can't. My eyes
So
are closed.
you gotta look away.
My eyes are closed. My eyes are
You
closed.
gotta look away.
My eyes are closed.
Don't look.
I'm not. All right. So effectively, you got kids fucking betting, right? Effectively using these
Children?
websites that were like third party to like buy rare cosmetics. And it effectively turned, there's a market, even though it's a video game, the drops aren't unlimited. They're limited in certain times and you have to buy some of them. So there's a real market for this that's encouraged by Valve. That's the company that owns Steam, and other companies that allowed this to happen. Any gaming company that does these kind of cosmetics, which is why in China this stuff is illegal because you're letting your kids fucking play games where they want to get a pink skin and they have to get $100, so they take your credit card and they fucking bet it. You know what I'm saying?
They bet the whole credit card just to get a skin?
Yeah, this is like a real problem, and that thing led into a generation of now you have young men in their early 20s up to like 30 years old who are fucking addicted to gambling.
I feel like it also ties into the gooning craze, where it's just like people.
No, that's just good fun. That's
just-
just because there's a lot of that stuff now, and the access is even easier. You thought the access was easy 10 years ago. Not only is it easy 10 years ago, if you look at, and this is not bad. I am not saying this is bad. This is actually beautiful, and people who hate this, they disagree with.
I'm gonna cover my eyes. You shuffle that up.
Okay, people will not agree with me. They'll think that they have all kinds of opinions about what I'm going to say. But what I will say is that when you watch a lot of TikToks and stuff, you'll see like women. If you go to their page, you can see them naked. You can see more people unclothed and naked than anything. But I think that's a good thing. I think sexual freedom is fucking amazing. I think there's nothing bad about that. I think there's something awesome about the fact that if somebody's attractive, you don't have to harass them. You could pay them money to look at them. Okay?
It kind of is one of the most ethical forms of getting off.
That shit is dope. And so people are a little addicted to that. They're a little addicted to it because they're able to consume it with less harm. Even when you're on PH or you're on YP or any of the other apps,
Like
you know what I mean?
I saw something the other day that was talking about like the OnlyFans user base is made up of like 100 or like 80 something million men and like 6 million women who are like content creators or something like that. Anyway, just a very drastic difference. And they were like, can you imagine? And then I'm like, yeah, that's this many men who would otherwise like could potentially just be creepy to a coworker. Instead, they're
Obviously,
paying
OnlyFans
someone.
has some exploitative factors to it, but like I think that even PH and those other websites, people always point to, like, there was an article one time where there was lots of revenge adult stuff on there, right? You know what I mean? And guess what? At the end of the day, they made a policy. They don't do that. They verify all the stuff. So it's become more ethical. People don't care about it when you talk to them. They're like, they don't care about how ethical something is. But when you give it to them in an ethical way,
then
they consume. You know what I mean? And the thing is, though, is that just like with the video games, there is a problem maybe with young men consuming too much of that. Just like there's a huge issue with young men playing and betting on video games, because then you have them growing up wanting to, now everything's a bet. And then now you go from betting on third-party websites to trade cosmetics in Call of Duty to hitting a parlay on a pro wrestling show where you probably could just win if you're hyper-focused and watch a lot of wrestling and listen to some podcasts, because it's not real and you can kind of just literally figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like you got a pretty solid lock on betting on wrestling there, James.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it, because I always bet in my head. I'll look at the parlays and everything.
Oh, you're a head better.
And I'll do really well, but then I'll still, because there things happen. People get hurt. You know what I mean? That's why,
That's true.
and then they also do try to keep it from, but you can kind of figure it out.
It keeps them from being too predictable.
Yeah, they throw twists in there and stuff. If you thought Swerve was going to win, the Young Bucks, I didn't know. I mean, I wasn't sure, but the Young Bucks holding Swerve's arms, I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the kind of thing
Didn't bet on it.
that you would be able to bet on. So you probably would have bet for Swerve to win if you really were kind of paying attention. I wouldn't have. And it's all legal now.
Do you like to gamble on other things?
No, I don't even like loot boxes. The only loot boxes I ever used to open were from Overwatch, and that's because I was unlocking them. I never pay for that shit. I would rather you just charge me to pay for. I will just buy a skin. Why are you trying to make me open up random boxes? With League, it was fine because I played it for 13, 14, 15 years, so I could earn the loot boxes at the time. But now people are like, oh my God, I can't believe they got rid of getting all the free loot boxes. You can still get them a little bit, but not that often. You know what I say? Don't play the game. I'm done. F that. I'm not betting on some digital.
I'm out of here.
I will pay for a skin because I'm getting
Loot
value
boxes,
from the game.
get the boot boxes, because you are out of here.
Tell me, if you're playing the game, you're enjoying the game, you want a cosmetic or a feature, pay the money. You're getting value from the thing. You're gonna bet on a random thing? Random digital good that you can't take anywhere or do anything with.
I mean, isn't that what a credit card is?
I know, right? Like, god damn.
Isn't that just what? I don't.
This time you're flipping the coin. I'm calling it first. Do it.
All right, I'm picking the shot.
Yep.
I want this one.
In the air.
I'm flipping the coin.
Yes,
You're calling
I'm gonna
it.
call it, and if I'm right, you drink it.
And if you're right, I drink it. If you're wrong, it stays.
Yes.
It stays in the field.
Toss
of
it.
play. You ready?
I'm ready.
In the air.
In the air. Tails. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's heads.
I cannot believe this.
I
Can I tell you
cannot
this?
believe.
I feel like I would win all the time. I just can't. This is not working for me today. All right, here we go. Here we go. More.
that was-
Also, this is really bugging me about how it's all legal now. Like, it seems like a joke, but there is definitely a problem in this country, and it's a bunch of little things. I don't want to go into it forever, but I'm just saying that
And
the
the
stock
problem with
market
this
didn't just
country.
crash. So today, when we're recording this, right, is Monday, April 7th, right? In
Yeah.
this morning, on this Monday, there was a guy. He has like a blue check mark on X or Twitter. He watched an interview on Fox News where one of Trump's campaign economics people was asked a question. He was asked if Trump would consider like an extension on the tariffs this time, maybe 90 days or something. The guy goes, "Yeah, no, whatever the president decides, there's no answer." But this random person who paid Elon Musk money to have a blue check mark and who I guess has access to a Bloomberg terminal, but is not like a finance person, who wanted to be the first person to break this news, ran to Twitter. They tweeted or X'd whatever the fuck that Trump was considering extending the tariffs so that it doesn't happen yet. And the stock market, which had fallen $2.5 trillion, shot up $3 trillion. And then immediately, 5 minutes later, when people realized that was bullshit, fell $3 trillion. Okay. Now, the amount of wealth that's been lost in this country, again, why is it lost? Because people's money is in stock, your 401ks and shit like that. When these people who have billions of dollars and millions of dollars pull out their money, they have their money, you don't have your money. And now what you had is worth less. So keep your 401k in there and hope, because your 401k
Just let it ride.
went down.
Let it ride, baby.
$4,000 because somebody took $4,000 from you. Effectively, that's the reality. They took the money from you so they can have it for themselves because they're afraid of what's going to happen. People's whole lives are wrapped up in this big gambling stock market scheme, right? Where they effectively pay companies money to be a part of the company, but instead of having any value or input in the company for real,
They're just making passive income.
they just make passive income from these fucking companies. They're gambling their life's things. Donald Trump is out here gambling with, hey, we're gonna do tariffs. This is gonna make tariffs. I can't. That sounds like Bernie. I can't.
Tariffs.
Tariffs. We're tariffs. I'm Donald Trump. Like tariffs.
We are gathered here today to discuss tariffs.
Everything is so. He's literally gambling your lives. He's gambling everybody's life on a hunch where they're dumb and they're stupid and they literally are guessing and using ChatGPT to make decisions for them, and you are subject to it. And you know what's crazy?
Like, we're trying to lock in, and they're just phoning it in, man.
A lot of other people, you know what else they did?
What?
Not a joke. They gambled with their vote, right? People don't understand voting, and they don't understand the way the world works, right? It's like however you feel about it, your vote is important. It's an important enough factor that even though you don't think it's important, fucking with it and acting like it's a joke or a meme is bad.
Should be taken somewhat serious.
It literally seems like a small thing because it's like your
Everyone's
little
a fucking comedian.
Everybody's
when it comes
doing
to
it.
voting.
You're like, oh my God, this is nothing. I can just vote for whoever I want. No, you cannot. It is a thing that's important or your life is going to be terrible. But people are reckless and they don't recognize or realize the dangers of gambling. I'm an anti-gambling person. Yeah, fuck you, train wrecks. I don't really mean that. Give me my kick contract. I would really appreciate that.
Train wrecks.
He's like one of the guys who started Kick. See, I know.
Oh,
Put me up there. Yo, I'll replace Neon. Let's go. This guy doesn't know anything.
I don't know who the fuck.
I could be the
you're
next
talking-
Ash Trevino. Okay, I'll take my shirt off the whole 9.
Is that like a Mr. Beast type?
I'm just naming people that I know you don't know.
Is that like a pseudonym?
No, Ash Trevino is this lady on TikTok who's like 35 and dates 17-year-olds.
Is that like illegal?
He definitely is fucking on the guy at her house. He was like 18, and tell me how CPS came to her house to check to make sure how old he is, because I guess what he called, and then they checked his ID, and he had like a food truck apparently, and I guess people in the audience had called the fucking authorities, so they show up to her house when he's there, and it was not illegal because he's like 18. But they were like admonishing her. They were like, this is weird, right?
They're like, come on now.
They were like, you shouldn't be doing this.
Come on.
And then they asked him for his ID, and then they fucking confiscated his like food truck or whatever the fuck business
Why?
because he wasn't old enough
To have a food truck?
to have the business. Yeah, he lied in the documents.
Oh, damn.
And so she
That's
knew,
actually heartbreaking.
and then he
They
fucking
put out a young entrepreneur who was just trying to get some MILF tail.
and then she made him like a whole Thanksgiving. This is the last thing. She made him all this Thanksgiving food. I feel bad for you, Santos. And tell me how this fucking kid, he like abandons her. He's like with some young beautiful woman, obviously somewhere, not an older aging. I mean, like she's square, but that's not bad. I'm not saying that's bad at all. I'm just saying that like he's like a young Hispanic guy. Then she's like mad. He's with these like pretty slim Puerto Rican girls back at home or whatever the fuck. She made him a whole roast. Tell me how her daughters are like 1 year younger than him.
Ooh.
They're like in the
Ooh,
live.
boy.
Come on, bro. It's like
Hey,
disgusting.
yikes.
Gambling your life away for clout. That's a different kind of
How
gambling.
did we get to why? How did we get to that?
I'm telling that. I'm talking about gambling everything. See, I'm prepared. Yeah, you
I don't know.
thought
I think-
cheating me, I'd be behind, but I'm ahead.
I think
I'm winning. I just need one more time. One more time.
it's your turn.
I'm ready.
To flip the
I'm ready.
coin.
Call it in the air.
Heads.
Are you fucking with me?
Huh?
Are you? I was. Oh wait, you said heads?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It was tails.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Listen. Oh my fucking god.
You were so ready to lose. That's why you can't gamble. You're just too ready to lose.
All right, Kevin, I was putting on. I'm
were
entertaining. I'm entertaining. Do you not want me to be funny, Chandler? Oh yeah, you like when they tell you that you're funny. I got you.
I'm just keeping you from melting your wings.
How-
Flying too
how
close
dare
to
you?
The sun.
How effing dare you? Let's see what else we have in the show notes. Betting on people's lives. Oh man, listen. I can go on and on about this fucking the stock market. All I gotta say is this is financial advice. Find somebody who's a financial specialist. But I'm gonna be real. If your 401k is in there right now, if you can leave it in there, I would just leave it in there.
If you can, let it ride. Also, if you can, do a Roth IRA instead of a 401k. Invest that Roth IRA into an index fund once things kind of, chill out for a fucking second. But yeah, because in the long run, all these things end up just kind of like there's a big dip and then it comes back around. And the only thing you have to worry about is if like the thing that you're actually invested in goes under, in which case they'll usually issue some sort of like,
I'm gonna be real.
they'll liquidate and they'll.
In this instance, it's either going to continue like this for 4 years and then struggle to go back to quote unquote normal, or Trump will become God King and it won't matter. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're going to take out your $5,000 from your fucking 401k because you're afraid because you lost $1,000, and in 2 years you're fucking handmaid's tailed. I'm not trying to make a joke about it, but the reality is that it's unrealized gains and losses for a reason, because you'd have no idea what's going to happen in the future. And the whole purpose of having a 401k or Roth IRA, it's not really supposed to be a gamble. Okay, it is effectively fucking stable, and it will maintain as long as the system that exists that holds your money does. As long as that happens, If it's like fucking Parable of this Hour and it's 10 years later and things are falling apart, as long as those institutions are together, your money will grow by at least 2%.
The only problem is when shit's hitting the fan and you scramble and you take your money out, it's going to be significantly depreciated, and then you'll have to realize the losses. But here's the thing: you just don't realize anything. Put your head in the sand. People crash the market because they don't put their head in the sand enough. Instead, they're all worried that like it's gonna fucking they're gonna lose everything. But that's because it's all kind of held up as a house of cards. And so
I need you to flip that coin because I'm trying to get you.
you're gonna call it.
I'm calling it.
You ready?
Yes. Head. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta do it again.
It was head.
Good. Oh yeah. I didn't have to drink it. That's what happened.
Yeah.
You get to pick.
Go with this one.
Now you have to drink it because I called it right.
I have to drink it?
Yes. That's why I've had so many.
I thought it was because
No, you flip it, I call it. If it's raw, if it's not the one that matches.
I thought if it's not the one that matches, you have to drink it.
No.
And if it's the one
If it's not, why would that make sense?
That's why you had the shot in front of you.
No.
Because it's either you shoot it or you don't.
No, I called heads, you're flipping it. You're the one giving your life up to the mystery. Uh-oh.
No.
I guess we've been doing it wrong
No,
this
that's
whole
the thing.
time. Oh, so
You're-
guess what? That
the
means,
person flipping it is just the dealer.
You know what's crazy? I'm dumb as shit. You know why? That means you're owed two. That means you have to drink two because
No,
I drank two that I shouldn't have drank then.
Yeah, huh?
I
No,
didn't
'cause
understand the
one-
game.
First one I flipped it, you called it. It was wrong. You drank.
No, it was right.
Nuh-uh.
It was.
No, not the first
It
one.
was. That's why I drank.
Nuh-uh.
You called heads, and I was like, fuck. I 100% thought that it was that way. I'm not joking.
We have it on tape. You can go see it.
We have it on tape. We only have 8 minutes left. We're gambling our lives away. What are we doing? All right. How about this?
You flip it, I'll call it, and then I'll drink.
How about this? How about I flip it?
And then what?
All right.
And then I call it.
What are we betting for?
Okay, this.
Okay.
If it's what I say, then
I will flip it. And then you call it.
yeah,
And then you drink it. If
Yeah.
it's the opposite.
right.
I was doing it wrong. I'm so dumb. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Uno, dos, tres. Call it in the air.
Tails.
What a fucking. All right. I'm doing it.
Just pick your poison. That's the. In conclusion, don't split sixes. Never double down on an 18.
Flip the coin. Tails.
Oh, it's tails. Look at that.
Go ahead. No, we're going for it. It's almost over. We gotta do it.
There's some pretty solid roulette strategies out there when it comes to it. Teds. Oh. All right, and you.
Tails.
Oh, it's heads now.
Fucking kidding me. I was gonna do that, but I thought mathematically, kill me.
Mathematics. Learn craps. That one seems like the most social and fun. What other?
I'm out. This is yours. That's
All
it.
right. Do you have any tips and tricks for gambling, Mr.
Don't gamble. Don't do it. It's fucking bad for you.
No, don't get addicted to it.
No, don't get addicted to it.
Have fun.
Don't
Live a little.
do that. No. I'm
Look-
gonna give you my honest opinion is that you should treat gambling like it's one. There's a reason why you can't gamble in the streets. Think about it. I'm not joking. You can even now in some places enjoy cannabis in the streets, right?
Yeah.
You know, but you cannot gamble in the streets. It is against the law for a reason. It's extremely harmful and risky for yourself and people around you. Treat it with respect. That's why the commoditization and the pulling down the lever is actually the worst thing to ever happen because it removes you one more step from your money. You're realizing less how much you're at risk. A person's in front of you. Maybe there are competitors. Maybe there's, that
Look,
feels real.
I get that your brain is designed to crave that sort of dopamine rush. I get that. What I'm saying is, as with all vices, I think There's nothing inherently wrong with the vice. It's just practice excess in moderation. Okay? Let yourself have some fun. Do it, like just kind of be like, look, I'm going to the casino with $200. When I'm out, and I'll have the fun I have. I think that's the healthiest mindset, but you do kind of end up in that. Well, I'll win it back. Just that, whatever you're going in with, don't expect to come out with.
If you're going with protection.
Yeah.
And
also, if the dealer's showing a 16, don't fucking hit, right? Or like a 15 or like a high teen. And okay. You have over like 17 or more.
You want some real tricks?
Don't hit.
The real trick, if you're gambling, to give yourself the best luck is to remove emotionality, keep it statistics based. So if you're playing poker, not Omaha Flush, you're just playing like Texas Hold'em. If you get like a 9 of diamonds and a queen of spades, just fucking fold. And you just keep doing that. Statistically, if you're more careful in poker, you're more likely to win because you're not fucking play. Like you already know. If you get 2 aces, if you get 1 pair of aces and they're both diamond, whatever the fuck, you get like a diamond and you get a full house or a royal flush or whatever the fuck.
Knowing you got a hot hand.
Just like you got to know the statistics. If you're playing blackjack, it's the same thing. There are certain combinations of the cards and you know it. But when you're sitting at the table,
like if you get an ace and a face card, don't hit. That's blackjack. You already won. Don't go any further. It's you got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them. And you got to know when to walk away. But more importantly, you got to know when to run. Don't count your money when you're sitting at the table. Look, there'll be plenty of time for counting when the dealing's done.
Don't stay. Okay, I guess
that's gonna be it.
I guess that's it. We've been gambling. Is this the right song? Fuck it, yeah. This has been us gambling our lives away, always having a good time, and always kind of having fun. Shit is hard, shit is difficult, but you know what? What's more fun than, I don't know, hanging out with friends?
And taking loans from strangers.
Can I borrow $5?
Hey, I got a nickel for you, kid.
Just call me James.
And I've been Chandler.
And drinking is not required.
But it is recommended.